Hey everybody, so I may have just done a thing and bought a motorcycle.
This is a joyous occasion.
Very practical. Good old dad.
A little bit of history behind this. BSA Bantam was developed from the 50s on into the 60s with many iterations. They had a lot of different D versions of this bike, so D1, D3, D7, D10. There was a bunch of different ones. This is the D3. I'm gonna start out by taking everything apart, and then I'm going to hit it with degreaser, clean it up, and then see where we are from there. My goal is to get this motor turned over and running before anything. First, I want to see if the paint is even salvageable, which it doesn't quite look like it is. I've done a little bit of degreasing to it. I'm using Ammo NYC degreaser. One thing I noticed is that there's no kick lever. Looks like it was stripped out a while back. Somebody just took it off. There wasn't a kick lever. So what I did is I special ordered a new kick lever and this little spindle shaft piece for it, because it's part of the gear shaft, but the gear shaft runs independently and runs through the actual kick crank. Hopefully I can get the thing turned over. Otherwise it seems in pretty good shape. There's no rust inside the tank. It's a 2-stroke motor, so it runs off of motor oil. You put 2-stroke oil in with the gasoline. Obviously gonna get that seat off, gonna do a new seat. Don't know if I'm gonna do a single seat or if I'm gonna keep the double. Might keep the double actually. Maybe my wife will wanna ride it with me. Highly doubt it, but it's worth a shot. Yeah, everything else looks good. I ordered a new clutch cable for it. The clutch cable that we have right now is so grody. It's like taped in and very chewed up right now. Yeah, see, piece of it there. Everything else looks good. It just looks really grimy in here. So I just need to clean everything up. I was gonna try to salvage this original paint, but I think it may have some deep rust underneath, unfortunately. I'll give you a better idea as to what the actual original paint looked like. What's cool about this bike is it has an original toolbox on it. So I open up the toolbox, and inside the original toolbox you can see the paint is still really nice and in good shape, and that's about the only place that it's still in good shape, unfortunately, because it's a pretty cool maroon color. But what I'm going to do is either go with a black or a green if I can't salvage this paint, because I'm not a huge fan of the maroon out of the 3 colors that were available at this time. It was like a surfy green color, a black color, and then this maroon. That's better. I've been wanting to do that since I got it. But now we can start cleaning this sucker up. Man, this is crazy. The layer of gunk coming off of here is like a thick shell that was on the bottom of the motor. It's pretty grody, but I'm just using a a paint scraper and a bunch of degreaser and trying to get that outer layer of junk off. I'm gonna polish all this stuff out afterwards, so I'm not worried about like really scratching it up or anything. I'm just trying to get this heavy layer of gunk off to make it easier to clean. So what I just did is I have this Haynes repair manual from forever ago, and there's this tool in here right here. It's a Sprocket Puller, and you can buy these for like tractors and stuff and everything like that, but it's to compress the clutch so I can take out the clutch wheels, and then also be able to change this piece out right here as well, because I got to pull this off in order to get to that, unfortunately, which means I got to start with that. So what I did is, seeing as how they're really hard to find and buy, I just made my own for a couple dollars. Easy peasy pretty much. What I did is I took two 3-inch clamps, metal clamps from Harbor Freight, and I cut them up kind of in order just to make my own sprocket puller, which is pretty much all that is right there. Yeah, cheap and easy way to do it. Hopefully it works. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, y'all, so I think that's where I'm gonna call it with part 1 of the Bantam build video. I want to do this thing in parts because just to do a whole build video, I mean, it's gonna take me like 6 months or more to film this whole restoration. I mean, I'm making good progress, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and I don't want the video to take that long. So I'm gonna break it up into parts, and then at the end I'll probably consolidate and put together like a time-lapse situation. It's looking crazy right now, as you can see. Sorry, my workshop garage situation is a mess. What I'm doing right now is I'm pretty much just paint stripping everything. I already started to take a wire wheel to some parts of the frame just to see how long it would actually take me to take paint off of certain areas. Wanted to see what the most effective way to do that would be. This is crazy. I'm a big fan of the BMW R series, like the R model, like R100, R90s, things like that. Love when people like chop them, make them bobbers, or, you know, modify them that way. Anyways, I was taking this thing apart and I was like, oh, you know, I want to keep it like stock. But then, I don't know, this might be crazy. You can tell me if you think it's crazy. As I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know what? This kind of has a very similar vibe going on. Obviously I can take those pieces off where the fender sits, and then seat would be perfect right there, and then it's almost like put some fat tires on there, can get away with more clearance. Taking this guy off right here, it's tough. It's tough. I have to think about it, but for now I'm gonna pretend and plan that this is gonna be a stock full restoration, but it would be cool to take the back off of this guy and basically put the seat right here, bob it. I don't know. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think, and if you think I should do that or not, or keep it stock. I know I'm a traditional type of guy. I like to keep things classic and restore for the most part, but I also like tweaking things a little bit, making it a little original and unique. Obviously that would change it from a 2-seater to a 1-seater. I've also got 2 1950s Harley frames back here. Those will obviously be maybe next project. Can only do so many projects at one time. It's crazy, don't have enough time in the world. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Enough of my ranting. You know, stay tuned for more videos. I've got a bunch of guitar stuff coming up too, bikes, everything, just the things I like. And if you like it, and you like guitars, bikes, even if you like coffee, I don't even talk about coffee, but I love coffee, so yeah, maybe we're bonding over that. But anyways, if you like this stuff as much as I do and want to see videos on it and just geek out with me, please subscribe and or like this video. Set your notification bells. Really appreciate y'all, and thanks for tuning in. All right, see you later. Bye.